quarterback from North Carolina, number 10, Mitch Trubisky.
Mitch Trubisky will be your Pittsburgh Steelers starting quarterback tomorrow against the Carolina Panthers. Kenny Pickett's game status yesterday was listed as doubtful, and to everyone that follows the Steelers or covers the Steelers, they already knew that meant he wasn't going to play. You could even hear it in Tomlin's voice yesterday in his press conference.
You know, he's listed as doubtful, and I think that describes the position that he's in.
So that left what we all assumed a decision that would boil down to, is it going to be Mitch or Mason? Ultimately, Tomlin decided to roll with QB2 over QB2A. Now, here's what I'm wondering. Did Tomlin know that he was going to go with Mitch the whole time, but just wanted to play some chess with the Panthers, show off some gamesmanship? Because I'm sure it would be tough to prepare or confusing to prepare for which quarterback was going to play out of the three and not really knowing. One of my other theories is, though, Tomlin was going to go with Mitch, but didn't know if Mitch was going to throw picks like he did against the Ravens, so wanted to get Mason ready in the wings just in case he needed to make another halftime adjustment at quarterback in case Trubisky underperformed. But still, I don't know if that makes sense too much. I feel like you got to either be all in or all out. I'm guessing it's more of the former. I think he probably wanted to just confuse the Panthers a little bit and pull a Belichick in a way. Give as least amount of information that's possible out there. But then it goes back to, why did Mason actually get some first-team reps? I feel like that's a detriment to the guy that's supposed to be starting. Just a whole confusing situation. I do think he made the right pick, though. I did say from the start that, yeah, you should just go with Mitch. I think he gives you the best chance to win this game. He's been your backup the whole time. And just from a business standpoint, he's under contract for next season, and Mason is not. But what's funny is I was scrolling Twitter, and I don't think this situation can be summed up better than what Alex Kozora tweeted out right here. I mean, the Steelers did it to Mason again. Although I do have a meme from the preseason. Remember whenever Mason was listed as QB2 and then the next day they switched him to QB3? I think this one works as well. I think this one still holds up. But now that we know who's in at QB, let's get into this game preview. I don't think much changes in terms of strategy, no matter which quarterback was going to play between Mitch, Mason, and Kenny, because our identity after this bye week just came down to, let's start establishing the run, which is what we should be able to do against the Panthers, and something we have done well since the bye. It's just we had a little slip up against the Ravens. And then also take care of the ball, which, again, is something we've been doing really well. We were putting up historic numbers in terms of taking care of the ball. No turnovers in 4 games. Steelers hadn't done that since the 1930s. Now that Mitch is quarterback, let's see if he could clean up what he did from last week. We obviously can't have the 3 interceptions. But I also want him to take some of those chances we've been seeing in the Bucs game and also in the Ravens game. I don't want that to go away. We still got to have some of that aggressiveness. It's always the balance, though. You just got to have the balance, and hopefully Mitch learned from his mistakes from last week. And I am calling. I was calling for it on the podcast. I stand by it. We're calling for a deep shot to Pickens. He's going to have some type of highlight reel play over J.C. Horn. It needs to happen. And then for the Steelers defense, just like the offense, it is the same story and predicament that we've been dealing with these last several weeks. Stop the run, and the rest will take care of itself, because for the Panthers, their run game is their identity and their strength. So stop that, and let's make Sam Darnold try to beat us, which I don't think he'll be able to do because he's Sam Darnold. Add to that, the Panthers' best receiver, DJ Moore, is listed as questionable. Recent reports are saying he is leaning towards playing, but this is even more incentive for the Steelers' defense to stop the Panthers' run, because even if Moore's out there, he's probably going to be hobbled. They're really going to try to run the ball because they're going to be even more limited than what they previously were in the passing game. So please, Steelers, let's just stop the run. As I said, everything else will take care of itself. And it should be easier to do, in my opinion, compared to these last couple games where you had the Falcons and Ravens running their fancy RPOs and motions and stuff like that. The Panthers, it's more based off just like a traditional pro set. It's not going to be necessarily easy or a small task, because even though the Panthers don't have CMC anymore, Donta Foreman is becoming a really good running back in and of his own right. He's not knockoff Derrick Henry, and Chuba Hubbard is making some waves as well. For me, with the score prediction, I'm thinking Steelers 23, Panthers 13. I don't think the Panthers do much on offense, although this Miles Jack injury sucks. He's listed as doubtful. It did get upgraded to questionable today, so I guess he's going to be 50-50. I was hoping to see some Mark Robinson. I wonder if he's going to be active or not, because going back to the preseason, he has no qualms or no fear in trying to stop the run. So if Miles Jack is out, I am expecting to see some Mark Robinson, but even if Miles Jack plays, why not get Mark Robinson in there for like 5 or 10 plays and see what he can do? And then on offense, I think we're going to be pretty balanced, whether we run the ball more or pass the ball more. I think that'll be determined by the game flow, but I expect to have success in both areas. And I'm even wondering more and more if my 23-point prediction for the Steelers is a little bit low. I could see us hovering around 30 points. Panthers defense is average to below average, depending on what metrics you want to look at. And the Steelers offense has been moving the ball. Now, I think there have been some deceiving outputs that the Steelers offense has put through, because you could look at the last 2 games, only 14 points and 19 points. But if you just look at the last game, literally, if Mitch doesn't throw those picks, we have an extra 9 points. And then if Ball's field goal isn't blocked, that's an extra 3. 12 points on top of the 14. That's 26 points. And we're still sitting back complaining like, hey, I think the Steelers could do more. We could punch it in the red zone more. That's literally just not turning the ball over. We have 26 points. That's not even converting what should have been a field goal to a touchdown. So I feel like, man, yeah, this could be a little coming out party for the Steelers offense. We might get around 30, actually. I'll stick with the 23-13 score, because either way, I think they win by double digits. And before I close out, let me give you some additional games to watch for as a Steelers fan, because the Steelers are still in the playoff hunt. Despite what other people say, there's still a chance. So, Jets-Lions, we are rooting against the Jets. Zach Wilson is going to be starting at quarterback, so that is a benefit to the Steelers, I believe, and also a benefit to the Lions, the team they're playing. Patriots versus the Raiders, we want the Raiders to win that one. And then Chargers-Titans, we would like to see the Titans beat the Chargers. I think the scenario is like Steelers got to win out, and then Chargers, Patriots, Jets, they got to lose 3 of their 4. I don't know if the Dolphins are included in that as well, but that's what we're looking for right there. Jets, Patriots, Chargers, lose out. Improve the Steelers' chances to make these playoffs. But that is it for this edition of Big Deke News. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think in terms of this Steelers-Panthers game. Drop your bold predictions, score predictions, what you want to see out there, what you think of Mitch Trubisky being the starting quarterback as well. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy the game tomorrow. Stay chilling. Peace.